Hawaii's dismal response rate to this year's U.S. Census surveys could cost the state millions of dollars. Local census officials say as of today, only 61% of Hawaii residents have mailed back their census forms. But some residents counter they haven't even received their forms. KITV4's Jody Leong joins us live with some of the answers. Jody?
Paula, KITV4 has received phone calls and email from Hawaii residents who say they're still waiting for their census forms with only 3 days before the deadline. They tell us they've gotten the runaround when they contacted census workers, so KITV4 got to the bottom of it.
The Census Bureau started sending out the 2010 forms on March 15th. A second round went out on April 9th, but some Hawaii residents have been left empty-handed.
And I do know other people here that have not received one either. There's a huge chunk.
Big Island resident Suzanne O'Keefe says it is frustrating when residents who are willing to fill out and send back their census forms are threatened with visits from census workers next month. O'Keefe has tried calling the Census Bureau.
It's like they really couldn't really do much. I felt it was so disorganized. I just feel so uncounted, and that with that nobody cares.
From there,
Census media specialist Roberta Wong Murray says one problem is census forms are not mailed to post office boxes.
we had census workers actually leave the form in a plastic bag and hung it on the doors.
But that hasn't always worked.
It's not an exact science. There are probably some areas that might have been overlooked.
Also, new communities that came up after the 2000 census may not yet have been entered into the government's database. Wong Murray says there are various sites across the island where residents can pick up census forms, and she encourages residents to do so to save taxpayer money.
Every 1% increase in male participation translates into $85 million that the government saves of taxpayer money.
And the state stands to get about $2,500 for each of the next 10 years for every person counted in Hawaii. That means funding for schools, transportation, and social services.
There's no loss at all. It's a win-win situation if people will just take the trip to the mailbox.
If everyone took that trip to the mailbox, the nation would save $1.5 billion in taxpayer money. For more information on where to pick up your census forms, go to our website at KITV.com. Don't forget the deadline to mail in your forms is Friday. Coming up in our next half hour, a warning from the Census Bureau about a possible scam. Reporting live, Jody Leong, KITV 4 News.